Have you seen the headlines? Iraqi Dinar RV confirmed, banks preparing now. It seems like every day, someone somewhere is claiming that a massive revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is just around the corner. But what's really going on? Is this the financial opportunity of a lifetime, or just another internet rumor that refuses to go away? Today, we're going to cut through all the noise. We're not here to sell you hype or spread rumors. Instead, we're taking a deep, logical look at the facts. We'll explore what's really happening with Iraq's economy, what the banks are actually doing, and separate the verifiable signals from the wild speculation. Before we dive in, a quick but important disclaimer. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. The topic of the Iraqi dinar is highly speculative, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed professional before making any investment decisions. So, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a currency revaluation, or RV? Simply put, it's when a country's central bank deliberately increases the value of its currency against others. This usually happens in small, controlled steps under a fixed exchange rate system. The idea of the dinar jumping overnight from its current rate to $1 or more is, from an economic standpoint, unprecedented, and would likely cause massive instability, not prosperity. It's also crucial to understand the difference between a revaluation, a redenomination, and a float. A revaluation increases the currency's value. A redenomination, which Iraq has officially discussed in the past, is just deleting the zeros, like turning a 1,000 dinar note into a 1 dinar note without changing its actual purchasing power. And a float is when the market decides the currency's value based on supply and demand. Much of the online chatter confuses these three very different things. So why does this RV narrative persist? Well, it's a powerful story. It offers the hope of life-changing wealth from a small investment. It creates a sense of having secret, insider knowledge. And online, these ideas are reinforced in echo chambers, where old rumors and anonymous bank stories are recycled as new intel. For content creators, headlines with words like confirmed and imminent generate a ton of clicks and views. There's a strong incentive to keep the hype train running. Now, let's tackle one of the biggest claims. Banks are preparing now. You'll hear stories about bank employees being under non-disclosure agreements, special currency screens being activated, or new software being installed specifically for the RV. Here's the reality check. Banks are constantly updating their software for foreign exchange. They add new currencies to their systems all the time as part of normal business. This is standard procedure for any financial institution involved in international markets. These updates are routine maintenance, not secret preparations for a massive currency event. Another term you'll hear a lot is ISO 2022. It's often presented as the final piece of the puzzle, the system that will trigger the RV. But in reality, ISO 2022 is simply a new global messaging standard for financial transactions. It's being adopted by hundreds of countries and currencies to make payments more efficient. It has nothing to do with revaluing any specific currency. It's an infrastructure upgrade, like switching from dial-up to broadband. It doesn't change the value of the information being sent. While the RV hype might be built on shaky ground, there are real positive changes happening in Iraq. And these are the signals we should actually be watching. Between 2024 and 2026, Iraq has made significant strides in modernizing its banking sector. They've expanded electronic payments, reduced their reliance on cash, and introduced salary payment cards for government employees. The Central Bank of Iraq, or CBI, has also been working hard to comply with international anti-money laundering standards. This helps build trust and allows Iraqi banks to re-establish relationships with correspondent banks around the world. These are necessary, fundamental steps for any country wanting to integrate into the global economy. They are signs of normalization and progress, not secret triggers for an overnight RV. So what do the major financial institutions, like the IMF and the World Bank, have to say? Their reports and recommendations for Iraq consistently focus on things like fiscal discipline, controlling inflation, and maintaining exchange rate stability. Their goal is slow, steady, sustainable growth. You won't find any mention of a sudden dramatic revaluation in their official documents. The Central Bank of Iraq itself has never announced an RV. Their public statements all point toward gradual reform and building market confidence. Another popular argument is that Iraq's vast oil reserves mean its currency is asset-backed and destined to be valuable. But look around the world. Many countries with immense natural resources, from Venezuela to Nigeria, have weak currencies. Having valuable assets in the ground doesn't automatically translate to a strong currency. In fact, a cheaper currency can make a country's exports, like oil, more competitive on the global market. Iraq's foreign currency reserves are used to maintain stability and defend the current exchange rate, not to fund a sudden appreciation. So, what about all those multiple verification signals people talk about, like the formation of a new government, passing a budget, or signing regional trade deals? These are all positive developments for sure, but they are normal parts of nation building. They are steps any country would take to stabilize its politics and grow its economy. Tying them to a secret RV plot is a huge leap of logic that ignores the simpler, more obvious explanation. Could the Iraqi dinar increase in value over time? Absolutely. But it's far more likely to happen through a slow, gradual appreciation driven by real economic growth, a thriving private sector, and increased stability. Another realistic possibility is a managed float, where the CBI allows the dinar to fluctuate within a small, controlled band. And the idea of a redenomination, deleting the zeros, is still on the table and has been discussed by Iraqi officials themselves for years. These scenarios are far more plausible than an overnight jackpot. The RV confirmed headlines are dangerous because they can encourage people to take huge financial risks based on speculation and misinformation. They prey on hope and can lead to devastating losses. So, how can you look at this topic responsibly? Always go to official sources. Check the websites of the Central Bank of Iraq, the IMF, and the World Bank. Be extremely skeptical of any language that creates a sense of urgency. Ask yourself, who benefits from me believing this is happening right now? The person selling the currency? The YouTuber getting ad revenue? When you look at the evidence, the story of the Iraqi dinar in 2026 isn't about a secret plot or a hidden global reset. It's the story of a nation slowly and painstakingly rebuilding itself after decades of conflict. It's about modernizing its financial system, fighting corruption, and trying to build a stable foundation for the future. Hope is a powerful thing, but knowledge is safer. The real signals to watch aren't found in anonymous forum posts or flashy YouTube thumbnails. They're found in Iraq's continued progress in building transparency, trust, and strong institutions. That's a long-term project, measured in years, not rumors. The smartest investment you can make is in knowledge, not hype. Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that cuts through the noise. Stay safe and stay informed.